Hey guys, it's Michael Todd and welcome back to The.Cult.Of.Vintage. So today we are in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, and we are at Rollermills. Now, Rollermills may seem familiar to you because we have in fact been here before. However, what a lot of people don't realize is that there is a basement. So today's video is going to be a wholly dedicated video to the basement at Rollermills. There's some great booths downstairs, some wonderful vendors I actually got to meet the last time I was here. So without further ado, I'm going to keep this real short. We're going to get inside. We're going to get down to the basement. We're going to see what we can't find either for resale or for our own collections. And we're going to try to keep it at thrift store prices too, darn it. Maybe a little above, I'm not going to lie. You know, sometimes you got to spend a little to make a little in life, right? Anyhow, guys, let's get inside. Okay, so I'm going to give you the straight up walkthrough. So we've come through the main entrance and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to walk back. Okay, you see the sign for restrooms. All right, you're going to see this entrance. We're going to walk through. I know, I'm being a huge ooh, look at this. Okay, no, stop it. We're here for a purpose. We're going to hope the camera stabilizer is really working. Okay, you're going to come through here. All right, there's your restrooms. We're a little early, but they let us in. So you have all of your glass display cases, woo. And then, right? Here we go. I feel like there's more than 50. All right, let's see if we can do this. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I'm hearing music, so at this point we're probably going to do a voiceover from here on out. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut it. And we cut it. We're being brave, you guys. We're going to record going down the stairs. I'm never too good at this. I always feel like I'm going to fall and kill myself. But we made it down alive. I know you're thinking, okay, there's wood. Where did you bring us? There is a basket. There is a basket downstairs because they don't typically have staff that are walking around, you know, giving you a number and then, you know, they give you a little cubby hole and every time you have something, they take something and they put it in your cubby hole. But when they are short staffed, they will leave a basket there for you. So that way you can go around and pick up the things. I will say in the basement, there are no display cabinets, so you don't have to worry about getting a key. So that is nice. So yes, I'm giving you the full basement tour. It is a little empty in this particular part, but I thought, you know what, let me go ahead and just check it out just in case. We're going to get to the good stuff here in just a second. And of course, we are seeing sale signs everywhere. That's always a good thing. We love a good sale. Even if it's 10% off, hey, 10% is 10% that you don't have to pay. Now, the first thing that I do see is this really cute, these Asian mid-century lamps. It is a pair. They would probably typically be used in a boudoir. You know what? Those are only $10. Michael, why didn't you get them? $20 for the pair. That's actually a really good deal. I got to admit to you, I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't get those. There's definitely a look, and they would have only been $9. There's definitely value to be had for those. So we're going to check it out a little bit further. I will say it is early evening, so the birds are still out. So no crickets today. Hopefully you'll be able to hear the birds chirping. We're mixing it up here at The.Cult.Of.Vintage. And yes, we're back by the stairs, by the wood where we came down. And there are a couple of shelves here. Didn't really see anything. That was a quick look. You didn't have to really investigate, if you will. That little covered wagon is absolutely adorable. Imagine putting that out in your yard or having it for the children. Absolutely adorable. Now we are going to check it out here a little bit further. Look at all of that goodness. Ooh, 50% off BJK. You want my attention? Put up a 50% off sign. We're there for it. 20% off SYK. So it looks like there are a couple of different vendors that kind of reside within this area. I would assume maybe there are three. One had what is the right hand wall where we're looking right now with this poor little caged panda bank. Jeez. Please feed me. Now, he was marked with a foil sticker. It was actually made in Taiwan. And I don't know if you can see it down there on the table, but there is another one. It's a caged clown. I don't know how I feel about that. But I think there was another vendor here in the middle, and then another vendor took the left-hand wall. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. There were a lot of different sale signs for a lot of different vendor codes, so we're just going with it. And if I had found anything, I would have referred to the signs. Yeah, you know what? I think that is actually how. Oh, he has seen some things. He is sick of carrying around your salt and pepper, folks. He's saying, do it yourself. Could you imagine? Poor donkey. Or burro, I guess. Now, I had seen previously a Royal Sealy. He was a cookie jar. It was a lion, and he had a crown on. I honestly was going to pick it up today. He wasn't here. He wasn't to be had. So, yeah, we didn't get him. Now, that alarm clock cookie jar is cute. It wasn't cute enough. It was the color scheme. I think had it been in more pastels, and I didn't even see that granny square Afghan. I did not see it in real life. Disappointed in you, Michael. Mm-mm-mm. Well, I'll just add that to another long, long list of disappointments in my life. But yeah, the alarm clock, again, if it had been in pastels, maybe if it had like a little figural impression, oh, you know what would have been cute? Like the spoon or the fork. But it wasn't there, so we didn't get it. It was a little too McDonald's-y, that red and orange. So we're checking it out. Checking it out. This lamp was really pretty. $55. It did say that it worked. It does have the Moriagi effect. So, it is three-dimensional. I don't know it. Like, I know in ceramics you call it slip. I don't know what you would call it other than Moriagi on a lamp. Now, this vendor had a lot of pigs, a beheaded pig there, as a matter of fact. These adorable little chalkware pigs, they were priced at $25. Very fair, very reasonable for a collector. $40 on the pig teapot or pitcher, if you will. Again, really fair for a collector, not really where I would want it to be as a reseller. Now, this thing freaked me out. It was very midsummer, the flowers for the eyes. I think it was a hobbyist piece, hence the FF. Those flower eyes really kind of disturb me. That's why I was interested. $4, I probably should have gotten it. That's the truth. And I don't know, this looks like it's per day unimum uno, something in Latin that, you know what, that was back in 6th grade that we did Latin. I haven't used it since, so pretty sure it is Latin. 15% off. So I'm disappointed in two things: the Asian figural boudoir or bedside lamps and that creepy flower-eyed pig bank. Disappointed, Michael. Disappointed. Now, in the basement, I will say, as in most basements, if you are a taller person, you're definitely going to want to watch your head. So besides the beams or the water pipes, look at these Libby glasses, champagne flutes, if you will. They're fancy. The bread tin, which one is that? Pure cane sugar. These just scream my childhood. Like the juice decanter there, we actually had that. I believe it's Hazel Atlas that had made that. I had that. There, if you can find those, they're actually, about $20, 25, I guess. 25 if you're having a good day. And I did see this teapot or coffee pot thermos. It was $18. I loved the atomic design on it. That definitely is very appealing, but what I will say a lot of times is utilitarian pieces or functional pieces don't do as well for me. Now, I did see this wonderful popcorn bedspread, and I got very excited, and I was like, let me check it out. And I unfolded it, and that was the least of the holes. Unfortunately, it got pretty tore up, um, to the point where it wouldn't have even really made the best of a cutter. And then I did see this jewelry for some reason, the gold and the silver. I love the mixing of the metals. That just really stood out to me. And I think that that was a really great idea so far as collecting jewelry. You can just lay them out in a very simple, that cream colored dish, and it makes for a very eye appealing display. There wasn't much to it, but the aesthetics really on point. So a great idea for all of you jewelry collectors out there. You don't have to put them away in a drawer. We're going to jump. You can put them out and display them and kind of switch them up for little pops of color. Now look, I didn't miss this granny square Afghan. Sure didn't. She was out there and it was $16. Again, a tremendous value. There was another one. It was also priced at $16. When it comes to Afghans, I'm very stingy. That is one thing that I will not pay a lot for, especially for resale, is an Afghan. Sometimes they're a very difficult sell, especially given the time of the year. During the winter and the fall months, they do command typically a higher resale value because people are cold. Now that we are in late June, almost into July, most of us are sweating, and the last thing that we want to do is curl up with an Afghan. But like I say, when I sell them, even in the summer months, if you are like me, you're going to jump. You turn the air conditioning down and you're still freezing. Now, like I said earlier with that coffee pot, a lot of times utilitarian pieces don't do the best for me unless, like this particular coffee pot, there is an aesthetic to it where you may not necessarily going to jump. Use it for its intended purpose, but the display value is there on that piece. Now, I was thoroughly, and I have continually been thoroughly impressed with setups like this. The color scheme, it's monochromatic. Well, I guess it's not really monochromatic. It's very cohesive. It's simple. It's blues, creams, gold. No, blues, creams, greens, Michael, greens. It was very simple. So it was very eye catching. It was easy on the eye. And then you turn and there's all of these wonderful pastel colors, a little pop of black there. You can never go wrong with a little pop of black. It kind of anchors everything. Beautiful display. I like it when the vendors really just it's like everything's jumbled together, yet it still looks like everything was purposely placed. Now, I did check out these wonderful little die cast. They were like shamrocks. They were little girls. I don't get the best read on them, but they had shamrocks behind them, and I was going to get them because I thought it said $2. It said $21. So I said, you can go back. Those would have been great in a wreath and in an assemblage if you put them in your middle flower frogs. And then this little girl right here, she's like a possessed Mary Poppins. She's gonna steal your soul. She's trying to look cute, but we know she has ulterior motives. She's a sly one, that one. You got to watch out. You can tell by the eyes. She got the crazy eyes. You know what I'm saying? The crazy eyes. You know what I'm saying. Again, minimal color scheme, whites, reds, little bit of black, Look at this gorgeous Bristol glass vanity set. It was $50 for all three pieces, which for a collector, fantastic deal. I didn't really feel comfortable buying it for $50. Now, here's the deal. Is there money on it? Yes. Because most of you know that I sell YouTube Live, my starting price, if I would have bought that for $50, would have been $70. And I typically don't like to buy things that I'm going to start off so high. Now, there are some things that are very rare, very desirable, that I'm okay with doing that with, simply because I know that the value is there. Bristol Glass Vanity set, it's very specific. While I think there are a lot of purposes and displayability to it, I don't think that it warrants buying it for $50 and then starting it at $70. So again, that's just a little bit of the thought process into why I do and don't buy certain things, especially given the price that they're at. Beautiful display. It was all the way tucked in the back here, but I definitely wanted to showcase it. Now we do see this, you know what? I was going to get this and I totally forgot. This is the other thing. See, I should have got that basket. I was in a time crunch. That's why I didn't get it. And $5. Yeah. See oh boy, Michael, we're full of regrets. Is that what this video is going to be called? Yep. There it is. Shopping trip full of regrets. We're going to jump here, guys. What? I'm full of regrets. Another day in the life of Michael Todd. Hashtag regret. Now, we do see this really cute English tin. It does say Boy Blue assortment, so I'm assuming that is a candy. It is the Cinderella on the front here. Now, I do see a lot of displayability. I love the fact that these were the mice. I think that this is the more classic Hans Christian Andersen version of Cinderella versus, the Disney with the white horses. Oh no, the mice were turned into horses. So it's after the stroke of midnight, I guess, or pre-midnight, and the mice haven't been turned into horses, right? Now, I'll tell you what, the last time that I was here, I was on one of those very quick shopping trips, that video that you saw from Monday, so I was rushing around. However, during that time, I was able to meet the vendor, Lori. She very pleasant. Lori, if you do happen to see this, it was a pleasure to have met you. I always check out Lori's booth. I don't know if you did see it, but I picked up a Lefton green squirrel planter. I know it sounds crazy, right? But that came from Lori's booth. And now I do see this wonderful service set. It is an owl, obviously in those mid-century. Yes, it is 1650. The great mid-century colors, that yellow, the green, very simple. Obviously, the creamer had the salt. The sugar had the pepper on them. So literally, you just set it on the table. Everything is right there at your disposal. And then I do see this blue cracked egg. These were very popular in Victorian times, is really where the whole aesthetic of these started. And then it kind of carried on through the 50s as kind of like a throwback to the Victorian era. I will occasionally, on a very rare occasion, pick one of those up, but it's got to be really special. The aesthetics really just got to speak to me. And again, that's another thing, the whole quote unquote go with your gut on something like that, because it's not really my vibe, even though I do like some Victorian things. If I look at a cracked egg and I'm like, wow, that's really pretty, then I know, because it's not really my thing, if you will, that it's going to appeal to a much broader audience. Because I do know that there are collectors of cracked eggs and people who do like the Victorian aesthetic. And Dagny, if you're watching, I found a Smurf bank too. He was only $10. Now, while you all know that I do collect Smurfs, I typically do focus on the figurines, the smaller pieces. And this adorable little, he was plastic, this little ape with his banana there is a Hong Kong piece. I know that I tried to focus on the manufacturer, but Michael, your eyes are not what they would be. I can't even. Parker Systems, I believe is what it said. I had to drop the glasses, get close to the screen, and be like, eh? It is what it is. Y'all know what I mean. And maybe some of y'all don't, but such is life. Hey, you know what? It's better than the alternative. You know what I'm saying? So this very much gives me the aesthetics of the mantiques. It reminds me of my grandfather's bar. My grandparents had oh my goodness, I don't even know how many people the bar sat, but a lot of people. There was a full-sized bar in my grandparents' basement. So it was very much that kind of aesthetic. Yep. Am still light. Sure, why not have a cleaver out? Misbehaving grandchildren. So again, a lot of the cast iron figurines, not really my thing. I know that it does appeal to a number of people so far as the overall aesthetics and in the more, and we all appreciate the rusty, crusty, and dusty up in here. So this booth, obviously the thing that caught my sign were all of those lovely pink 25% off signs. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything. And again, such is life. So we are entering into kind of like the last part of the U shape here. I guess you can all tell by the timestamp, huh? Or not the timestamp, but the little time thingamajiggy. That's the technical term. That's the YouTube speak, the time thingamajiggy, in case you were wondering. There's some insider information for you. So I am seeing some old Playskool toys. Again, you all know how I feel about those Playskool toys. There is a tremendous value. There are some super rare, especially like the little people. I don't know, like it's like the different colorways. Like if the head is this color and the body is this color, then it makes it super rare. I don't know. I'm sure Google could let you know. We're not that invested in the Playskool little people. We're not, truth be told. But there is, again, good value in them. There's a lot going on in this basement, isn't there? It does get a little crowded in this particular area. I'm unsure as to what that board is with that blue lady on it. I don't know. Anybody know? Anybody want to hazard a guess down below? I won't judge you. And I'm about to make a really weird cut here. And the reason, oh, dang it. Oh, excuse me. I was like, oh, you're good. Feet don't count as including, like, the lower half of the torso isn't included in capturing people on camera. I mean, that doesn't count, right? Doesn't count. Truth be told, I didn't see them, and then we all just kind of were like, whoa. What is this dude doing with the camera? Why is he filming all of this stuff? And then I see this creepy looking Santa. I was like, oh, what is with you? And we got a little closer, and he's not as creepy up close, but he's like the Blair Witch Santa Claus there with his weird wicker mailbox. I don't know. He's gonna get you. And so we're headed into the last leg of the basement. There's your emergency exit in case of fire. Push that door open and go run screaming outside. There's a tip for you. Forget the fire hydrant, just get out. Now, we do see some interesting things. The first thing that I saw, I was like, Miss Piggy, are you on CoverGirl? Excuse me? Well, What it turns out to be is a Miss Piggy calendar. I believe it was from 1980 something or other. What does it say? 1981. So that is actually the slipcover, and the calendar was inside. Don't you worry. You know I'm going to go ahead. And then I was like, one handed? No. And I was like, are you going to show me the images on the back? Let's see. Boom. Look at Kermit, the newsstand. But there you do see 4 different images. She's on Harper's Bazaar, Popular Mechanics, and you went a little too fast, but y'all got the idea. I did absolutely love this pinup. Obviously, a postal carrier. And what I loved most about it was the little postman. He was a little rag doll, but specifically, he was left unfinished. And I loved the unfinished detail of her high heels. Like they started, but it wasn't finished, yet it was. And then I did see this, it is reminiscent of an Art Nouveau style, kind of like that era from Victorian into Art Nouveau area. Almost, she was like a little bee fairy, if you will, with her dress. Cute. We do see some tins here, and then I feel like somebody's watching me or something. I'm like, I feel eyes on me, and lo and behold, oh, now talk about nightmare fuel. Look at that smile on those eyebrows. Forget Chucky, man. This cowgirl, she gonna lasso you into the rings of hell. Oh my goodness. Well, guys, that really does kind of wrap up the basement here at Rollermills in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. While we didn't get a whole lot, I did remember one thing. To pick up these owls, I certainly did get it. No outro, guys, but we got 'em. Remember, keep it rusty, crusty, and dusty.